Hi guys, how are you today? So what is today? Anybody know what today is? Monday. Woohoo! Oh, the beginning of a new week. Oh, that's always nice. So I'm still here working on Delft Haven, of course. A bit has changed since you were here last. It's been a wild and busy week again. I was away for part of it. We had the Extra Life charity thing for I don't even know how many hours on Saturday. 12, 14, 8, 9, 10, a lot. It was just a lot. It started in the morning. It was quite late in the evening before it was all over, and the whole family is kind of burnt. I was only on screen for 2 or 3 hours, but everything changes when you've got somebody that you've got to we try to look after each other during these long events, right? Like somebody else is making food and make sure it's ready and waiting, when there's a break, so somebody can run up and grab a bite real quick. And the modding, of course, it's a long time to be a mod, so we take that in shifts too. But it turns out to be a very long day for everybody. And we get some home renos going on hopefully soon. We're still dealing with companies and things like that, and estimates and appointments that get changed, and people who don't confirm, and the stuff. So it's been all a little up in the air, as life generally is anymore. I guess that's just life these days. I remember life not being this way. I remember getting up in the morning and knowing what I had to do, and even if something came up, it was something, I don't know, that was like part of the day. Yeah, there were times, where the odd thing just really mucks up a schedule, but I knew what I was going to be doing in a day. And it went on day after day. Things went the way they were supposed to, and I don't know, it felt like life was progressing somewhere instead of doing this yo-yo thing. It's like you hit the floor, nope, banging off the ceiling, nope, down on the floor again, nope, slamming against the ceiling. I don't know, life's been weird the last couple of years. More than, I want to be bored. Just a little while. Although I've never been bored a day in my life, so that's a bit of a problem. I don't understand bored. I really don't get bored. I've never understood bored because I've always had so many things I'm interested in, and it's like, wait, I've got a day with nothing to do? Is that really? Is this a thing? Because I could do this, I could do that. I've always had so many things. Boredom is not something I get. I don't understand it. I don't. I know it's a word, and I've looked it up, and I have heard it explained a lot of times, and you see it used in movies and books and in people's lives. People talk to you about it, and it's like, I get it from, sort of an intellectual point of view, I guess. I kind of get that. All these need honey, and I had 2 honey left this afternoon. Anyway, yeah, I don't understand boredom. I'd like to feel it just once. It's like, man, there's like nothing in the whole world I feel like doing. Is that possible? I don't know. But it's not going to happen anytime soon. So I guess I don't have to worry about it too much. I'm figuring at this point in life, I'm probably pretty safe. So the warehouse in this game, look at where we are. We were sitting, and about 4 or 5 of these, it's just been since this morning. I've been, again, really busy, and I keep popping up, and I just let the game run, and I come in, oh, it's ready again, click. And you will notice that it's flowers coming up next, which is awfully wonderful and exciting. The last one was over 1,000 honey, and I did not have anywhere near over 1,000 honey. That's a long time, and you just won a day, right? That's a lot of honey. And what I actually had at the time, see, I got 300. I've got an even 300 now, which is great. I didn't know it was an even number, but I only had about, I had this section over here, and then all of this is lined up differently. So I think I put in, and I put them in other places. I think I put in about 200 of them. I had 100 or maybe a little over 100, but when you have to wait one a day, over 1,000, I think it was 1,500 and some, 1,587 or some ridiculous number of honey that I needed. and it's been a you know, everything stopped for days and days. So I put these in, and those, what I've been doing is checking the timing on them, and then I go and get the Good Samaritan bonus on another farm, and then I come rushing back to get those done when they're you know, to get double the amount of honey. So even that's about all I've been doing, playing, is just getting just enough of a bonus to come back and harvest the honey, and then run back and then go on with whatever it is I'm having to do that day. So it's been a wild week, but things have come along. Now I'm going down to the end here. Look at my farm section. Yeah, this is better, right? This is absolutely totally better. I know this. It's not completed yet, but let's look at this. You know, you get the little critters, and they get their own little barn, and the watering trough, and some hay kicking around and back. I can, you know, run up and down quickly here again with my farm hands, put them where they're needed, just move them around as I need to. It's feeling pretty good. I think this section here is pretty much done. I will back up again, and you can see what that looks like. So the spots that are blank are where I put the farm hands, and they're lit up. They've got the lights on them, so at night you can kind of look down the row and you can see where the farm hand would have to go. You know exactly where to stop. And I've done the same thing in another row up here for the other animals, but this isn't completed yet. The trees aren't in, and the decorations and stuff only for these two plots right here. 3, okay, 4. F you, only at this end. Whatever it is, it's not enough, okay? It's not enough. But yeah, this one's coming along. Now, what happened, I tried putting the milk producing, because I have, you know, the bunnies are vegetables and the pigs are mushrooms. And then I put all of the egg producers here together, and then right here in I don't know if you guys can see my mouse or not. Like, it shows on OBS, it looks like it should be showing, but I'm not sure that it does. But if you look in the bottom right hand corner, at the 21 way shrine, you know, I've got bunnies there first, they're the veg, and then the pigs are next, which are mushrooms. And then I move into the fabric producing animals, and that finishes the rest of that line. And then there's one section of the donkeys just above that, to near the 13 there, the 13-way shrine. And then all of the rest of the second row between the 13 and 22 are all egg producers. When I added the milk to the northern part of that, unfortunately there wasn't enough room to line them up because of the bendy bits of the river and the canals. So I couldn't actually do it the way I wanted to. So I moved them up where the number one way shrine, sort of in the middle, off to the right of the center there, where the 10, 17, number 1. So the milk producing is in there now, and that's a long way from finished. So over here in the other section is where I put the horses, and I thought, you know what, horses are kind of special. They're not really agriculture animals. Well, not in my world. I'm not selling horse flesh for food. So I created this sort of stable yard here with both barns and stables, and then a little exercise training arena in the middle of it. And then the horses are all out in pasture for the day anyhow, so they're good. So I just built a stable yard, and then I put them back here, and this is not completed yet either, by the way. But instead of putting them all in in a row again, I've done this. Now they're in blocks. They are in their blocks, so they're still going to be very easy to harvest. They're not coming up at the same time because I didn't have proper harvesting for them before, so it's kind of all over the place. But if I let them just all go for a couple of days, they'd all be even up again. And then I've got the little farmhand. He's kicking around in the middle here. He could do a little bit of harvesting, and I'll move him at different times so he can take care of, level up different horses now and again. But they are all connected. And what I'm going to do in the rest of is this. I'm going to be putting down the, this low grass thing so that the field is even and you don't have these patchy bits. Or probably, although right now it makes it very clear where to harvest the animals. But they are all connected, just like the fish. So I thought, if I had the same color grass all over, we'd have this field where horses were spread out across it, And I'm not sure what I'm going to do back here yet. I may put in more barns. I may put hay storage. I may make 2 or 3 paddocks for, you know, for maybe that's where the stud horses go. We could put 3 paddocks or something in a row here and put 1 horse each to be our stud horse or something. I don't know. We'll see. But I wanted some green space. You know, this is a single family farm. It's not a factory farm. And this feels factory enough-ish over here. Quite enough, thank you very much. But at least it's neat and tidy, and the animals do have, you know, a bit of room to move around in. They're not super packed in, tight, crowded. They each have a barn. They have trees for shade. I tried to get all the right things. Anyway, it looks a lot better than those stupid rows I had before, and the animals now can be, you know, fed and harvested by whatever farm hands are free. This one, the goats way over by the marketplace under the 18 and 26 in the upper right hand corner, those cows and goats are going to be gone at some point, so that farm hand will be moved into the animal section. And down in the staff area in the bottom left hand corner near the number 8, there's another farmhand down there who is going to be finding his way over there too. So good stuff. It's worked out pretty well. I'm happy with it. I still have a lot of work to do, but it'll be fine. We're getting there. We're totally getting there, and that's pretty exciting stuff. So we have some questy bits to do. Poppies, strong gold tulips. I guess that's probably back in here somewhere, maybe. Yeah. Okay, they're just not ready. All right, good enough. So it's coming, and all of this, I'm almost certain most of this is going to end up recycled and gone. I'm working with the canal. The canals are done. They're all lined. I don't know if I got a chance to show you that before. I moved the starting area to here. So when you come in, I can't remember what I've shown you and what I haven't. But when you enter the farm now, you will have fuel tanks right there beside you. You can sign the little book if you want to. And there are fuel tanks at the far end as well. And then there are these drive-through ones that I've put along the field. So you're clicking away, and you can go click again and fuel up and just keep on going. And the canals that are built have got the border on them now, so I wanted them to look like something man-made. I wanted it to look like it was a canal and not just a weirdly shaped straight river. But this is going to be, and I know I've talked about this, these sort of experimental plots, you know, where we're trying new varieties and things like that, so there's smaller amounts. I've got to turn this into something that looks sane and better. This is just all willy-nilly at the moment, but we'll get there anyway. So I do have this to work on, the whole staff area, and of course all of this crap from the goat farm straight over west to the coastline is all got to be overhauled and done at some point in the relatively near future. And then the staff area, oh my goodness, there's still lots and lots and lots of projects to do. It feels a bit overwhelming sometimes, but it's coming along. And this has proved to be a very nice and easy place to do, you know, a good bit of harvesting for whatever it is, if it's a quest or just money or diamonds, whatever it is I need. It's really easy to get it done here. This has worked out so nicely. It's good. So I got to check one of these in 11 hours. Well, that's bad timing for me, but we'll see. Yeah, anyway. So I hope you had a good week last week and your weekend was kind of fun, and that things are going well for you. This is my little farm. There's the update, and I'll be working on the horses and working on the milk farm, the milking area. That's something I've been wondering about too. Like I was going to take this all out after moving them and move it down here so that the milk production would all be together. But the only way I can see of making that happen is if I take out this pile of flowers too. Like these are all beehives, and they're not going to stay. They're not intended to stay, all these extras. These are just here until I can work up a few thousand bees and get the warehouse done. But all these beehives back here are going to be gone. But if I moved those 3 rows of flowers. See, now the canal would be in the way if I put the goats and the cows back here. I'd have to remove this central canal, which would be fine. But if I put the milk people, the milk animals back here, then I could have the cheese production right there with it, like these things, right? It would make it just so much more efficient than hauling the milk from all the way in the middle of the farm down here to cheese production and then back up to the market in the upper right-hand corner of the map in the northeastern part. So it seems like a lot of unnecessary, it does not seem like a good setup. So I'm either looking at moving the cheese up into this area here, and perhaps my experimental plot, maybe the cheese production could be up in the northern part of that, over, you know, to the left of number 30 up there, between 30 and 12, into that experimental area. I mean, maybe that would be okay too, because then it'd be milking, making cheese, and going straight to market. That might work out okay. I had just wanted to keep all of this stuff together in the staff area. So I either have to move the cows. First I'd have to move some bees, and then I'd have to move some flowers, and then I'd have to remove a canal and move the goats and cows down here, or put the cheese production up in the other area. And I'm not sure which would make more sense. Either just a couple of ideas. That's all I got. Just a couple of ideas, and I don't really know which way would be best. I mean, they're both going to be, well, putting the cheese up here would be no work at all. The other way would be a lot more work. But I'm quite willing to get it done. I intend to be playing on this farm for a long time. I mean, I'll do it. If I decide that that's the right way to do it, I will go ahead and do that. But I'm just not sure. Because again, it puts the cheese production at the farthest point from the farm for the actual market where it's gonna be delivered to, which I suppose doesn't matter on a farm this big. There are always going to be distances to travel. I mean, this is, you know, yeah, it is what it is, right? So, oh well. Anyway, guys, thank you for being here. I hope this Monday is one that you're picking to be a good one for a bright new start on the week. Let's see if we can't do something a little better this week than we did it last week. Sounds like fun to me. Take care, guys. I will see you again tomorrow. Until I see you next time, thank you for the thumbs up and your views and follows and kind comments and all the wonderful things. And let's try to live our lives happy and build them beautiful. Bye-bye.